It is Friday, March 6th, 2020. What the hell happened this week? I just wanted to come on here and just kind of speak from the top of my head because this has had to have been the most tumultuous, crazy, whirlwind, roller coaster ride of a week that I've ever experienced in my entire life. First and foremost, I would like to thank every single person who has reached out and spread their support, and even those who come to the videos just to tell me how retarded and stupid I am and how bad the content is. You know what? I appreciate you in your face. I love you. Now, here's a quick message that I guess the news just failed to really get out there. Parents, this one is for your kids alone. I've been called a hero a ton over the course of the week, and I am a very humble individual, and I would sit here and say that I am literally the furthest thing from a hero. I am just a relatively stupid person who took a stupid risk to happen to have a conversation with someone who just happened to have been doing some really bad stuff. The real heroes are the child victims out there who speak up. Once again, the real heroes are the child victims that speak up. I am nothing. The laws will not get changed unless you speak up. If anything happened to you in the past, because I know a lot of kids, you know, something bad happens to them and they don't necessarily understand it, and then once they get older, that's when all the mental health issues start to pop up, and they just live with this negativity on their shoulders and their mind every single day of the week. Say something so people like me don't get the credit. I spoke to Mr. Stone for all of, what, 6 minutes, if that? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a hero. A hero is someone who saves lives or lives that are in danger. Granted, I may or may not have saved an actual 14-year-old girl from getting preyed upon by this individual, but if there were prior victims, I'm too late, and there's nothing that I can do to change that. So that does not consider me a hero in any way, shape, form, or fashion, even though I do appreciate it. I don't deserve the key to the city. I don't deserve any kind of recognition award, that's for sure, but one thing I do deserve is one free chocolate milkshake. But I'm just gonna leave that, and as I've told many of you, and what I've said in darn near every single news interview that I've said, and it hasn't necessarily made it to on air, parents out there, the best way to teach your child and to, I guess, prepare your child for something like this is to, one, open and honest support. Talk to your children. Make sure you build a relationship that is built on nothing but open communication and trust. Let your child know that no matter what happens to them, they can come speak to you, whether it's good or bad. They can give you any kind of news and know that they're not going to be reprimanded for it. And on the other hand, most child predators are either people that you're related to or people that you incredibly trust. You want to know why? People that you're related to, 9 times out of 10 are always close to you. People that you trust, 9 times out of 10 are always close to you. Those are the real people you really need to look out for, because the individuals you consider kind of iffy, you don't spend time with those iffy people unless you really have to. And a lot of the times it's just a coworker because you're both clocked in at the same time. So that little tidbit of information, keep that on the back of your mind, because you never know who you're sharing a house with. You don't know who you're sharing a bed with. You don't know who your wife, husband, cousin, uncle, niece, nephew, third cousin removed. You never know who they truly are behind closed doors. And of course, with today being March 6th, I did get the news that he was let out, most likely on the whole bail reform thing. And this is why child victims need to step up and say something, because in this case where the minor isn't necessarily real, the law really can't do too much about it because a real person wasn't hurt. They were talking to an adult the entire time. Now, people that were victims, say something. I can't be the voice of the voiceless because I myself am not a victim. There's nothing I can do for you but just to ask you nicely. I don't care who this person is or if you haven't seen him in 15 years. And I'm not talking about Mr. Stone as an individual. I'm talking about to every child victim. I'm talking about victims of just sexual assault of any age. Say something, because a lot of the time all these guys get is a slap on the wrist, and what are you left with? A lifetime of mental health issues, and it's not fair to you. I am nothing. This whole ordeal means nothing without you. I promise you. Please say something. Parents, talk to your children. Hold them close. Monitor what they do on their cell phones. Kiss and hug them at night because you never know what may happen the next day. Thank you so much once again, and I'll be sure to see you very soon. I promise.